What up? This is Robert Ory.
Ory, three-pointer. Buries it.
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Ory for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Ory from downtown.
What are you doing for Labor Day weekend, everybody? It is the Big Shot Bob podcast. It's a pre-show inside joke there. Big Shot Bob, that's B-Dog Brandon Harper. I'm Rob Jenners. Of course, with us, 7-time NBA champion. A mockery of me, Robert Ory.
That was not
No, I know. You're coming for me, but it's okay. I get it. It's
No,
fine.
I'm not.
What are you doing for Labor Day weekend? We got a big Labor Day weekend going on, man.
I have no clue what I'm doing.
You have no clue what you're doing. I would imagine it would involve sitting somewhere and watching football. I would hope.
Probably.
I would hope.
But, Labor Day weekend, we usually celebrate my wife's birthday because her birthday is September 8th. So we kind of do something Labor Day weekend, because that's when her family's free and we can get all the people together and have a good time.
Nice.
So,
how was your birthday? I know we talked to you, but
too
everything.
much fun.
Yeah, too much damn fun.
Too much damn fun.
I see the jukebox is still behind you, so you haven't gotten to cleaning up the house yet.
Well, the house is kind of just haven't moved the jukebox. I'm too lazy.
It's my birthday. Someone else moved the shit. Yeah.
How many drinks did you have?
Well, we were counting it up. So I took a shot with almost every friend that came through.
Oh, no.
And I had like 100 people here.
There's
we counted it up.
No way you did 100 shots.
No, it was small little Sincoro shots about maybe like this big.
Still.
I took about maybe 30 shots.
Oh, God.
So which equals probably about 10 shots.
Yeah, I was going to say, for your size, yeah.
Yeah, because we add them together. And then, I did a couple of things like rocking the mic and, made him play a song that my wife hates. Made my son do the jump around with me.
What's the song? What's the song that your wife hates?
Antidote.
Why does your wife hate that song?
Because in the song it says I just hit a 3-peat, and then it says I F 3 H's or W's this week. And it says Robert Ory.
Oh,
I got it. I told her, I said it's for the 3-peat, not the F3 and 1 this week.
Wow.
Yeah, Travis Scott. I love Travis Scott. He's H-Town to Cali. Mm-hmm. I love Travis Scott.
Well,
it was a fun evening, needless to say.
I was going to say, it sounds like you had a lot of fun. 30 shots will get you there. Yeah, 30 shots.
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember everything? Were you clear for most of the night, or did you
I was very clear
at any point?
No, I don't remember certain conversations with people.
That's fair, though. That's fair.
Everybody who's listening, this was done at my house. It wasn't like I was out in public.
Right.
I was at my house.
Yeah.
So
you get too drunk, you just go to bed.
I just go lay on the couch.
I go to bed.
30 shots, bro.
Yeah.
That's a lot, dog.
Yeah, that's a lot.
I don't care how tall you are. That's a lot of shots.
I have to show you the cup. I'm literally. It's not even a full shot, though.
Is it like one of those little white Dixie cups that you get in the bathroom when you put a little mouthwash in it?
It's pretty much the size of that, yeah. Okay. But, the thing about Sincoro is so clean and so good that I didn't have a hangover the next day. I was feeling good. So I was like, okay. I got up the next morning, took my brother to the airport at 9 a.m.
Oh.
Came back, took a nap, then took my son to the airport. So it was rough.
I'm gonna clip that out and send it to Jeannie. She can use that in advertisement for Sincoro. Did 30 shots and got up at 9 a.m. the next morning. My goodness. Well, there's not. I mean, we're not a ton of NBA going on right now. I think the most that's really happening is over with the Team USA.
Yeah.
I saw this week that Brandon Ingram, Tiny Dog, is frustrated a little bit over there. He's not getting minutes. He's not getting time. He's not really gelling with people. He said, this is totally different than what I'm used to. Is what he told The Athletic. The team's winning right now, so I can't be selfish and thinking about myself, but it's a little frustrating for me. I'm just trying to figure out ways I can be effective. Now, I know this is Team USA. That stuff's gonna happen. I guess how do you deal with that across the board for any team? Finding your niche within
but the thing about it, sometimes it takes your whole season to find a niche for the new team if you're not the big dog. And that's what a lot of people don't understand. When you go into a team that already has a nucleus, and this team is not as a nucleus, but your mentality is, hey, this is what I do on my team because the focus is around me. But now the focus is not around you. You realize you're looking around, shit, everybody is more talented than me or just as talented as me. So you got to figure it out. And it's so hard for guys to break that mold. Look at Allen Iverson. In Philly, he was the shit. Then you get to Denver, and you got Kenyon Martin, you got all these other guys on this team that are equally good. You trying to fit in, and sometimes your mind doesn't work that way, and the body doesn't, it doesn't want to do what you wanted to do sometimes because it's so used to another situation. And so, but at the end of the day, he's saying the right thing, and I think he said, you know what, just take what's given to me, not go out and take it. And it's hard for guys to understand that, especially I'm sure he's not handling the rock, because they got true point guards on that team. So that is another way that he's not able to get his game off, because most guys who handle the ball a lot brings it up. And you think about it, Austin Reeves is killing it right now.
Yeah,
so
I was going to say.
It's the Austin Reeves show.
He's eating. I think he's the highest rated player on the team.
Yeah.
Right now.
Has Team USA, whether it be the FIBA team or the Olympic team, whatever, has there ever been a guy to voice their displeasure about playing time or anything like that? Because I don't think I've ever heard this.
No, probably not.
Probably not.
I mean, you're also talking about teams, Team USA teams traditionally in the Olympics those guys are beyond elite. They go hand pick, who are the 12 most elite players I can pull off the court. Great. Those guys aren't going to really complain much, mainly because, they get their time on an NBA floor.
But and you're right. But then on the flip side of that, I would think, I guess logically, maybe I'm wrong, maybe, whoever would think differently. I would think because those guys are elite that, you would have more of an ego and you would have more complaints there, because I am the certified man whatever team I'm on or whenever I'm playing an opponent. So I would think you would hear more of that from them more.
I think it has a lot to do with it. If you look at, let's go back to the first Dream Team. We all knew who the man on that team was. MJ,
Mike,
and he was the man. Even Magic. So he knew what Magic was.
Even a team with Magic and Bird and Robinson,
but they were
and all those
different type of players, though. Think about Magic is, I'm gonna give it to you. That's my joy. Brandon Ingram isn't a give it to you type guy. Then you go with the next team. Let's say LeBron team. All those dudes were fucking friends, man. Let's be honest. Everybody, the only person that was kind of an outsider was Kobe on that team, because Kobe had the attitude like, I ain't trying to be your friend during the season. I'm trying to kick your ass. And this is when everybody started, understanding who Kobe was, and they said, "Oh shit, this dude's just a cold-hearted killer / winner." And that's how they got that mindset. Because now you roll into this. I don't think any of these guys are really friends, though.
I don't even know if they know each other.
Yeah, I don't think Brandon Ingram is friends with anybody on the team. Maybe maybe Hart. That's it.
Yeah.
But for the most guys, and it's hard to assert your dominance when you don't really, guys don't know who you are and they trying to assert their dominance. And so it's hard, man. When it's hard to say, okay, now if we all play, I'm gonna give you guys a rock because I like you, but I'm gonna play with someone over here I don't really like to do. I don't know this dude like that. I'm trying to get my game on, because this is the world. This is FIBA, and we looking at this, and this is a way to put my name out there, not just in the United States, but in the world.
Yeah.
I said that for a reason like that.
I was going to say, you queued that up like a broadcast professional. There's your transition point into world champs. Why this is everywhere.
It's funny to me.
And this is Noah Lyles, U.S. track star, said, I have to watch the NBA Finals, and they have world champion on their heads. World champions of what? The United States? Don't get me wrong, I love the U.S. at times, but that ain't the world. And you've said this, I think. Haven't we talked about this? The world champs versus NBA champs is one thing, but calling yourselves the world champs. Everybody got mad at him.
I know, it's the weirdest thing. I don't know why people
Everybody
get mad
is pissed off at him.
Because I know why they're pissed off.
But if you really look at it, people can get mad at me. I don't give a shit. Play it for me one time. Mark, play Malone for me.
Who do you want?
Malone. I don't give a shit.
Mike
Malone.
Malone. You want the Mike Malone? Oh yeah, Mike
Yeah.
Malone. How do you feel?
I don't give a shit.
Okay, Mike Malone. Don't
Because
care.
even though we have guys from all over the world playing in the NBA, and you got to go and think about this. For a long time, there wasn't the best players in the world playing in the NBA. Because think about it, Sabonis didn't come to the NBA, for whatever reason, maybe until he was older. And by that time, he wasn't the best player in the world. So what he's saying is right now, FIBA, whoever wins this, they can be classified as the world champions because there are people probably like in whatever parts of the region of the world that can get together and play as a team. They've been playing together and they come up and they win in the NBA or whatever it may be. So I understand what he's saying. And people can't just say it's not the world champions because the games are only being played in the United States. Don't have the ego of saying that this is the world championship because you have foreign players from all over the country. That's great. And I love it. But I understand what he's saying. This is here. The world championship is when the Olympics are. Now that's the world championship. And that's what he's trying to say. You can't just say this is a world champion because you got people from all over the world. And allegedly this is the best team in the world. Because you remember, go back when Argentina kicked our ass in, the Olympics, So you can't really say the team that won it that year is the world champions because Argentina technically was the world champion because they beat the best of the USA had to offer. So,
okay,
I'm gonna be honest with you. Even during those, even when Argentina won, that wasn't the best of the best that the US had to offer. Let's just be real. That wasn't. I side with everybody else when it came to what he said. And I get what he's saying when you want to start talking about semantics. Yes, this is the United States. But all in all, the best and greatest talent in basketball on that hardwood floor is in the United States. Point blank, period. Luka,
but it's not about where the talent is, it's who you playing. Because sometimes it's about the best team at that time.
True.
Yeah.
That's all well and good.
Mm-hmm.
But even like you said, you have players from across the seas coming to the United States to play, right? I understand.
Get more money. I guarantee you, if Giannis can make the same money in Greece, his ass wouldn't be playing in the United States.
But more
he's going to Saudi Arabia. What are you talking about, man?
Exactly.
I get that.
Saudis.
Yeah.
I get that, but on a night-to-night basis in the United States, you're playing against the best guys. In
the United States?
Yes.
Uh-huh.
Which is the best talent in the world. No, overall of the world.
It's the best talent in the United States. It's like you got people from the world coming in, and this is the thing that people are going to get mad at people who say this, but you got to listen to what he's saying because you're saying the world championship. We had a world championship right now, and would you say, okay, everybody, you take all the best talent in the NBA and put them on one team. You can't pick Giannis on that team. You can't put Luka. You can't put Jokic on that team because they have to pay 3 taxes. They don't pay they had to pay, out of state taxes to be, out of country taxes too. Mm-hmm. So they're not considered right now. You can't really say that. So people are not looking at it like he's looking at it because it's not the world championship because there might be a guy over in Timbuktu right now that's fucking better than Michael Jordan we don't know about. And so you cannot say that's a world championship.
All right. Look.
Dude, you're right. But B-Dog, you're right in the sense that it's a semantics argument.
Yeah.
We're arguing about the use of a word. It's like
exactly.
I mean, I get the high concept. This is not the world. It's the United States. Like the NBA exists within the United States of America, but people from all over the world come to play in the NBA because they want A, money, and B, they want to play against the best talent in the world. And
on a nightly basis.
In the world is in the NBA.
That got to do with a nightly basis. It's like you go to tennis. Tennis don't play nightly, but you know who the world champ is because of Wimbledon, the U.S. Open, and all these other, the French Open, and all these other championships, because that's world talent coming to one place to play.
But I think
and representing their countries. When you're trying to say right now, Luka, when he's in the Dallas, they win a championship in Dallas. He's not representing wherever he's from. Jokic's not representing where he's from last year. He was representing Denver. Denver ain't played nobody but people in the United States. They didn't play anybody from another country. So they can't say world
All the
championship.
people from other countries are already in the NBA vote that are worth half a shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like if you
But
you're
wait.
seeing it now on the FIBA teams.
Yeah.
You're seeing it.
Where's Wembanyama from? France.
Yeah.
Man, that man could have stayed in France.
And
Rudy Gobert showed you why that wasn't going to work. Yeah. they got their ass bounced. They got their little French asses bounced.
All I'm saying is this. Those guys come to you. Obviously, we talked about money. Yes.
Yeah.
But they also come over here. A lot of them say, if not all of them, always talk about they want to compete against the best of the best. That comes out of all of their mouths when they come over to the NBA and why they want to play here. I want to play against the best of the best. That's what they say. So if the best of the best is here, then it means they're better than everybody else because they could have gone somewhere else.
No, I totally get what you're saying. You play the best of the best, but what he is saying, you're representing the United States. You're not representing China, Russia, Japan. You're not representing them. So what he's saying, that is the world. You know what I'm saying? That is the world. It's not the talent is here. The best talent is here in the United States because of all those guys.
It's a semantics argument. It's a freaking semantics argument. Yeah.
Because I'm not sure, but I know for a point at one time, I know a couple of my rings only say NBA champions. It doesn't say world champion because there was a point where it was like saying we can. It's almost when like WWF went from WWF to WWE because if somebody else will say, "Oh, you can't do that." We kind of went to NBA champions. I think maybe from 2003 to 2009 or something. I would love to see the championship rings because I think they went back to saying only NBA champions. I'm not sure, but I've been hitting the head too many times. So I think there was a point where the NBA actually said we're only going to say NBA champions.
I'll also say this, regardless of one way or another, I still think it was dumb for him to make that statement because here you are on your platform talking about the things that you've accomplished just for you to turn around and poo-poo on the NBA.
Yeah.
Because that's where you want to share that opinion. So you want to take away from everything you've done and rattle the cage and create some controversy during your moment, bro. You tripping?
I don't like the fact that people are jumping and calling him ignorant and all that kind of stuff. This is a man's opinion. Nobody else, and everybody else has an opinion, but because what he's saying is his opinion. Now he's a freaking idiot. He's an asshole. He's dumb.
You know why? Why it's a pile-on? Because he's not an NBA player.
Yeah,
that's all. If this
has been said before, though.
Right,
it's not
but
the
if this
first time.
was, sake of argument, Dame Lillard sitting up there saying it, all of a sudden it's a conversation. But because he's an outsider, this guy's an ignorant idiot. You know what I mean?
Now, Pop did say this back in 2010. I will say this. Pop said this back in 2010 when it came to the world champion thing. And I will say Pop didn't get this kind of backlash. Not that I can remember.
Oh, no, because it's Pop. He's respected in those circles. Those guys like him. They trust him.
See,
they love him.
I just said it too.
Noah Lyles is an outsider. This dude's an outsider.
But he is an idiot for using that moment and that platform to poo-poo on the NBA. Come on,
but hold on. Is he really an idiot? Think about this. Have you ever heard of this dude before?
No.
Okay, fine.
You have a good point.
Okay,
this
you're
would
right.
never be on the show sheet otherwise. You're absolutely right.
Hey,
right.
There's no such thing as bad press. I get it. Cool. Yeah.
You're right. You're right, though. I know who Noah Lyles is now, and I didn't know him a week ago. The whole freaking world knows that guy right now.
Exactly.
But,
I've seen so many NBA players talk about him like, dude, I was like, you know who he is now.
But you know what it is too? If you think about it in perspective, he's a track star.
Yeah.
And track and field goes out of their way to say this is the U.S. championships, this is the European championships, and then the Olympics are the world championships. And, the NBA, and to an extent also Major League Baseball. Like Major League Baseball does this. You win the World Series, you're world champs. But are you? So I guess it's kind of the same semantics argument. Now there is no
I guarantee
real
they played this kind of money in the DR or
Tokyo. I mean,
Tokyo, DR.
Japan. Those people play a professional baseball league in Japan. Are you technically the world champs?
What is the percentage of foreign players in the MLB?
Oh, very high.
Yeah,
it's like over 50%, right?
Yeah, somewhere hovering around.
I don't know
there.
if it's that high, but yes, it's up there.
It's very high.
Yeah.
Because you got to even the black players aren't Americans. They're from the DR or they're from
Curacao or
they're from a lot of other places.
Yeah, Cuba. You got a lot of Cuban-born guys. Yeah. Yeah.
But here's the difference.
I mean, I get what he was saying. I really do, though.
Mm-hmm.
But see, here's the difference, and I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like when it comes to baseball, we know that a lot of the foreign talent comes here to play, but when they go have like the world championships and everything like that,
World Baseball Classic,
instance, right? Yeah. They go play for their respective countries,
which is exactly what's happening right now in the NBA.
But here's the difference, though. In those sports like baseball, other countries dominate for the most part because a lot of the talent that's in Major League Baseball are from elsewhere.
Yeah.
Soccer is different as well because most of the major talent is from elsewhere. Basketball, now they're going to have some hiccups here and there, but doesn't basketball have the most gold medals?
Oh, compared to other countries?
Yes. Oh, there's a reason for that. And even though they'll have hiccups here and there and other countries will take the gold, overall, in majority, it's here. It's not like baseball. It's not like soccer. It ain't like anything else where other countries may dominate. But basketball, that's on this turf.
Therefore, we call ourselves world champs. Because this is what
we're
we're best
sport,
at.
damn it.
We're the best at it. Therefore, screw the rest of you.
You better ask the dream team and the redeem team.
This is a fun debate, though. I like that.
Well, and again, it all boils down to semantics. It's just the use of the word world. That's all it is. You know what I mean? But I mean, NBA did it for a while where it was your NBA champs. If you win the Super Bowl, you're not, technically, are they using world champs? Not as much. You just hear Super Bowl champions a lot.
Yeah, but where else? Well, football is different. Where else do they play football like that where it's actually football and it's not soccer?
Right, but if you had a case for that's American football, that's a case where maybe we are the only country in the world that plays it on that level, so they can call themselves world champs because professional football, the way it's played in America, is only played in America.
But Canada plays it, right? That's Canadian. About it, right?
But a lot of them are Americans too.
Yeah, a lot of Canadian football guys are.
Do they even play football like in Canada high schools, Canadian high schools?
I would imagine. Right? I don't know, but I would imagine.
Well, we know they play basketball because the top picks are from Canada for the last few years.
A lot of Canadian guys. Meanwhile, the World Baseball Classic, it's the whitest people in America on our team. That's what we got. We got Freddie Freeman, Matt Olson, who's the whitest guys we got. All the rest of them went out to play for their home countries.
Hey, how about El Segundo, though, winning a World Series, though?
California.
The Little League World Series.
Mm-hmm.
Let's skip ahead. It's our big shot of the week.
Oh shit! I didn't know.
No,
Sorry.
It's okay. Big shot of the week. Here it is.
Curacao has not allowed a home run at the World Series. Challenged him, and this game is over. Louis Lappy does it again. California, your Little League World Series champs on a walk-off home run.
Louis Lappy is the young man's name.
That gives me goosebumps, man.
It told me every time I hear it. I got him right now. A walk-off home run to win the Little League World Series. He'll remember that moment for the rest of his life.
Hey, I want to know if he gets the ball, though. Because think about it. You have that ball.
You got to.
It's just gonna pass on from generation to generation, and for me, I love playing Little League baseball, and I love playing baseball, and it's just that I never got a chance to play in the World Series, but I know for this guy to hit a home run in that moment, this probably better than it's like hitting a World Series home run, man. This is awesome, man.
Against a team in Curacao that the announcer said at the beginning of the clip hadn't allowed a home run in the entire Little League World Series, and the dude gives up a walk-off home run to win the whole thing.
What I like best was it was a freaking tall kid. That's what I'm talking about.
Hey, I guarantee you, man.
He stood in there and just
I'm gonna start calling you guys tall privilege, man. Y'all got tall privilege. Let me ask you a question. When you're a kid, and obviously you're a professional athlete, so you probably had moments like this where you hit a big shot as a young kid, not just the big shots you're known for. does any part of your brain go, will I ever be able to overachieve from this? Like let's hope that this isn't the highest moment of this kid's career. You know what I mean? And I'm not saying it will be, but that's got to be in the back of your mind too, right? Like, I hope this isn't it. Like, I hope I get to do something more than this one day. This is a great moment, but I hope this isn't the only moment.
I've never had moments like that, and hit home runs playing Little League, and you going out and you win and go to the state championships and stuff. And you stick your chest out, but then you move on to the next thing because you think about, okay, I got to get to the next level. I got to get to the next level. Once you get to the ultimate level, I got to get better. Because if you rest on your morals, you kind of get caught on that wave, and that wave doesn't take you to the upper echelon. You have to get to the upper echelon to keep striving to be the great one. So, and I know for him, he's probably going to forget about it because he's a little kid. I hit a World Series. By next week, he's going to be on the basketball because I'm sure he plays because he's tall as shit. So he's going to move on to something else and try to be good at that. So I don't know. What about you guys?
I had a kid I went to high school with. This is kind of what prompted the story for me. I had a kid I went to high school with. I can't remember his last name. His first name was Keyshawn. I remember because it was like Keyshawn Johnson.
Johnson?
Yeah, no, his last name wasn't Johnson. And he broke, our senior year, he broke the long jump record at States for a track. And then he went out and he won like the 100 meter and the 200 meter and the 400 meter. I mean, he like cleaned up at States, and everyone went, well, this kid's gonna run professionally in college. He'll probably be in the Olympics. I mean, he's out of control. Never did a damn thing ever again. I mean, went to college. He ran in college, but he got outrun by everybody. But I mean, he kind of had this air about him, like, I'm king shit. The whole world will now come to me because I had all these records and I had all these achievements. And God bless the kid. I hope he's doing well. I don't know what he's up to these days, but I remember hearing the stories of
he's at a Walmart or Waffle House.
Yeah, well, I hope he's not doing either of those things. I really do. No offense to either of those people, but I mean, it's like, that was his moment, but that was his only moment, and it's like, God, I don't want that to happen.
You'd be amazed at how many kids like that they live in that moment and they want to be praised for that moment. Now I understand, no, there's another moment that's waiting for you if you kick the door in. Some people don't want to kick the door in. They don't want to put in the work, and then they don't want to sacrifice because they think they hit that high when there's other highs to be had.
Yep. A lot of those kids think talent always wins, and there's no hard work behind it. I got enough talent. Oh, good. I don't have to put in the hard work. Shaq. Sorry. I had something in my throat there. Did you see the Giannis story this week, by the way?
Yes.
This popped up. Giannis says he may not sign his extension in Milwaukee next summer if everyone isn't on the same page. Quote, I would not be the best version of myself, and if I don't know everybody's on the same page. Everybody's going for a championship. Everybody's going to sacrifice time away from their family like I do. And if I don't feel that, then I'm not signing. I don't buy it.
For me, I don't, if you go and you look at all the things Giannis has ever said, the more I hear him talk, the more I love this guy. Because I understand what he's saying. We both have to be on the same page. Are you as a group, as a whole, as a team, going to bring in talent around me? Are you going to sign the right people to do this? And I don't know. He might be doing this as a ploy to get more money or get a trade. Who knows? And then another thing he said about, I don't want to be friends with people because I want to compete hard. It's just so many things that this guy says that represents old school basketball, where guys had that thought process where fuck everybody ain't on my team. And that's what this guy is saying. He's like, I want to win. It's about trying to establish that word legacy, because I need people around me in order to be successful. So I'm buying this one, and I like what he's saying because you need people to buy in, especially the ownership and management.
Oh, I like what he said.
Mm-hmm.
What I don't buy is the intent behind it. To me, this feels like, I'm going to go ahead and float this out here. So Milwaukee's front office panics, pays me what I want, and goes out and gets a few more players for me. That's what that feels. It's almost like an idle threat. It's almost like, I'm not really going to walk, but if I say this and I shake the tree enough, maybe a few more dollars or a few extra players fall.
Yeah. I believe Giannis. because I do think Giannis genuinely and truly wants to win, and wants to go down as one of the greatest to ever play this game. I just I get that feeling from him. Now, I'm not saying that there aren't certain things here and there that you won't call BS on, but for the most part, yeah, this is to make sure that they're going to contend for a long time, or as long as he plays. He doesn't want to be one of these mega stars that's on a team that caught fire for a second and then they're afterthought some years to come. Nah, because what he's hearing is he's hearing the name of Milwaukee dwindling, even in the Eastern Conference, kind of, because all the talk is about James Harden and the Sixers. All the talk is about Boston. All the talk is about Miami, even if it's not centered around titles, but just their name, those names being out there. Ain't nobody talking about Milwaukee. And I tell you, he don't like it.
He shouldn't care. This is the Pop mentality, this Tim Duncan mentality. Who gives a shit?
Right.
If he's not talking about us. But his thing,
clearly.
when you at the end, you don't want people talking about it because people are gonna, they're gonna build for you. Think how many teams built for Shaq, teams built for Kobe, built for LeBron. If people are starting to build for you, that means it's gonna be harder for you to win a championship. Sit back. Nobody built for Denver. They thought Denver was just, they had their bubble run, so be it. Now teams are building for Denver because they see what Denver has and what they can do. Milwaukee, they was building for you now. Oh, you're off the thought. Now, this is when you come in, you slap everybody in the face. We're back. And that's how he has to think. Who gives a shit? People talk about you. Just get out on the court. No matter if your ass is hurt, you're not filling up the par. A 75% Giannis is better than 100% anybody else on that team. You get out there and you try to compete and you win. And that's what he has to really do.
That's true. But a lot of this is about, like I said, their name and putting their front office on notice. Yeah. Hey, the time is coming around. Yeah, that time is coming where, hey, I got to start making some decisions. And if we going to be on the same page and we going to be paddling down this river in the same boat, I'm going to need you to get me a few more people paddling on this thing.
That's right.
Because I feel as though I'm the only one kind of doing it right now.
And when I say I don't buy it, it's not that I don't buy his sincerity. I believe he wants to win. I believe that 100%. He puts in the work. He busts his ass. He wants them to work as hard as he's working. I get that, and I believe that. But to me, it's like he's throwing this out into the media just to rile them up a little bit, just to get a few more eyes on Milwaukee and people going, well, damn shit, maybe we should make a trade or two. I mean, is this enough? Does he want a better player? Does he want something else? What does he need? You know what I mean? Like I think he just wants to get more eyes on the fact that, maybe we need more pieces. So now, I rattle the tree a little. Let's see what happens.
Now, here's where it gets tricky. Okay, you could talk about you want more. What's out there? And what do you have to give up, knowing that at some point in time you're also still want to be paid?
It won't be significant.
And are you going to have to give up what you got?
Yeah. And
give up.
That's the other part of this. And Rob, you could speak to this probably more so than anybody. Removing pieces to try and add flashier pieces could upset the chemistry of anything that you've built, right?
Oh, definitely. It might get you there, but then you're gonna run to a team that's been together longer, who understand each other a little bit better, because you can have that flashiness for a minute. And I think when LeBron then went out, they didn't win the first world championship they competed in. I said world championship.
Yeah, I was like, what are you doing?
First NBA championship, they lost, right?
You talking about the Heat?
Yeah,
they lost the first year.
It takes some cohesiveness to work out, and the next thing. So then all about going out and get the flashy pieces about how well you work together, and I think that's what a lot of people don't look at, and that's one of the things that kind of always upsets me about the Lakers since the bubble championship. They keep changing pieces each and every year, and they get no continuity. The team gets no cohesiveness, and these teams with cohesiveness sometimes work out the better. And then just think about it, Milwaukee, if Giannis doesn't get hurt, do they win that eighth battle against against the I know they were hot against Miami, but do they win with Giannis there? He missed 2 games in that series?
Yeah,
I think so.
Because of a sore butt.
Yeah.
And so you gotta understand that's what you gotta do, man. You gotta keep that cohesiveness and that unity together.
Okay. I'm gonna see what Milwaukee's willing to do. The most expensive ticket of the season has arrived.
Uh-oh.
Now that we have the news of February 8th, 2024, the Kobe statue goes up at crypto. And apparently ticket prices are already completely out of control.
Are they?
Yeah, that's the I haven't gone on and looked, but everything I'm reading is saying easily the most expensive ticket of the season, the 24 season, will be the Kobe statue night on 2/8/24.
Hey, good thing I got my press pass.
Yeah, see if you can work your Ori magic and get one more.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm not laughing. I'm for real.
I know
No,
you're for real.
no,
Dude, hey,
Okay.
if it's one thing that's ever come out of your mouth since I've been knowing you, I know that.
It's
for a
that.
fact.
It's the Kobe night. Yeah,
It's
it's Kobe night. Yeah, it's Kobe
Shit.
night.
Hey,
Yeah.
I might open my door. You at the front door with your bag, like, dog, I'm here.
I'm your intern tonight, going to work with you.
And,
Yeah, look, I'm the oldest intern ever.
hey, but how about them? You know who they play on February 8th, right?
Who?
No, I don't.
Who's your daddy?
Oh, they're playing Denver.
Oh, they
play
play.
Denver.
They playing the Clippers.
Oh,
No, they play Denver.
playing the Nuggets.
They play the Nuggets.
Oh, they playing their other daddy.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
I don't give a shit.
Oh, Mike doesn't care. He don't care.
Mm.
I did not know that. I should have known
Mhm.
that. I didn't even know that. I just saw that they announced the date, that everybody's rambling on about how expensive it's going to be.
Yeah, that should be the most expensive ticket.
Yeah, I would imagine.
24.
Right?
And you playing the world champs?
And on top of that, yeah. Are you gonna? Do you get to pick what games you work and what games you go to, or?
I get to pick, but I guarantee you, we probably gonna be at the stadium. For
I would
that game.
imagine, yeah.
So, and if they don't put us at that stadium for the game, I'm gonna be a little upset.
Yeah,
Because that's gonna be that's almost like his last game.
yeah.
You know, it's
Right.
It's
Were you there for that?
You got to be there. Yeah, I was there. We that was the first time we ever did the show from the arena,
Oh,
and so yeah.
I figured.
Yeah.
Because I
See,
remember.
I always have those pictures, man. Look, see,
Oh, I remember seeing that.
Oh
yeah.
that was the last game. Yeah.
Man.
So
I watched every second of that game,
mhm.
and I never laughed harder
Yeah.
than when Shaq was seated next to our old boss Norm Pattis from Podcast One, down on the floor, and every time they cut to Shaq, because they cut to Shaq like every 5 seconds, there's Norm in his damn ear just going and going and going and going. God rest the man's soul. I love you to death, Norm. I'll love you forever. Norm, just the whole game. And Shaq's just like, yo, please, Norm, please just stop. 5 minutes of you just not. And just the whole game, man, he's going. Oh, man.
Yeah.
Made me laugh. But
That's
yeah,
funny.
I hope you get to be in the building for that.
Yeah,
That'll
we need to
that'll
be.
be a really. I'm excited to see what they do with it. I really haven't heard much in the way of like
Yeah.
rumors of what the
I
statue will
guarantee
be
you
or what it
won't
will
hear
look
much.
like. Yeah, you're probably not gonna.
Hey, you know the way Vanessa has control everything about his legacy and his image. I love her. She's doing a hell of a job. You know, I guarantee if something creeps out about that statue, heads are gonna roll, man.
Oh
'Cause,
my God.
she's doing the right thing and protecting her husband's legacy and keeping things hush hush and just unveiling to the public so everybody can be in awe at one time.
Yeah,
So thank you, Vanessa, for controlling what's going on with his legacy.
for sure.
And also what that also signifies is the respect that other people have for that family.
Mhm.
Like sometimes there could be something major coming out and somehow it leaks. Somehow, some way it gets out. But there are certain things that certain people are tied to, a family, and people have so much respect for them that if some random people found out that somebody leaked it, they finna go find that random person. Because we finna go take care of you because there ain't no reason that this should have been leaked out. How dare you do that to this family?
Yeah.
That's not how we do things. So I think it's dope how people are really being very respectful and have been very respectful
Mhm.
of her and her children and just that family as a whole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm just excited for it. I think it's gonna be a cool, special night. Anytime
But
you can
But
shine
here's
a
the
light
thing,
on
on the
Kobe.
flip side of that, it's like, who next is going to get their trophy outside, or the statue, not trophy, statue outside of, I almost said Staples of Crypto.
Crypto.
Because it's like, let's say if it was me, I'm like, shit, I don't want to be out the cold. That's
a good question.
The fanfare ain't gonna be the same. It's like, damn.
Beyond Kobe, who deserves one?
Can I tell you something?
Powell? You don't think they put up a Powell statue, do you?
Who knows?
I don't know. I'll tell you one thing, and because we had this debate about LeBron and whoop-de-whoop-de-whoop.
Oh, yeah.
Outside of that, and I know I love him. I love him, even though when I get on him a lot because he's been in street clothes. Let Anthony Davis win a title outside of LeBron. He'll have a statue out there.
Outside of LeBron, I would agree with you.
Because he's going to stay there longer than LeBron will. He just got the extension. LeBron's not going to see that. He's not going to be with Anthony Davis throughout that whole thing.
If they put up another one, to me, if you look at the Laker history, it's only one person I could think of that would go next. That's James.
Oh, Worthy?
Worthy. Yeah, he deserves one.
But why wait so long?
Yeah, it's been a long time.
Who knows, man? Who knows? Who knows?
And why would you do it after
Kobe?
So who went up? Who went up first? Magic or Kareem?
I think Kareem.
I
might be wrong, but I think Kareem went up first.
Yeah.
Either way, split the diff. I mean, those guys were dominant together for all those years.
Look,
I don't think one going up sooner or later means anything.
These are questions we should be asking you.
Look, the guy doesn't work for the Lakers. Oh, no, wait, shit, he does. Oh, yeah. Okay.
I don't work for the Lakers. I work for Spectrum.
Oh, yeah, my bad. Sorry. My bad.
Okay.
All right.
You work for the Lakers adjacent. It's like with us.
Lakers.
It's like
us with the Braves.
Yeah, it's like
we don't work for the Braves, but we work for the Braves.
But we work for the Braves.
Exactly right. Exactly right. All right, a couple more very quick stories here, and then we're going to get to this week's game, which is called To Tell the College Football Truth. We'll see how well you guys know your college football mascots and teams as we get ready to kick off the college football season. There is a rumored Blake Griffin-Chris Paul reunion in Golden State. I only put this on the sheet because my question to you is, man, does Blake Griffin even really change the dynamic of a team anymore? Maybe Blake Griffin 10, 12 years ago? But 2023, Blake Griffin, does it do anything for you?
I got a chance to get to talk to Blake and get to know this guy. He's a funny guy. I love this guy.
He did stand up.
Yeah,
continues
but
to try to do it, I think.
His body it's not what it used to be.
No.
And I don't think it changes the difference, because if you look at the young talent that the Warriors already have, he's just a backup in case they need more muscle. But I don't think he's going to be that guy.
No.
That's going to be significant and playing a lot of minutes for that team.
No. I think let me see, where were you looking here? This is when he started 16 games for Boston at center. When Al Horford and Robert Williams were sidelined, he averaged 4 points, 3.8 boards, 1.5 assists, and played about 14 minutes in 41 games. So, no, you're right. There's nothing to that.
Nah, bro.
Aside from him and Chris
too,
having played together for as much time as they did.
Yeah, and he's only 34 years old.
I was a guess 36, but maybe I might be off. Google box. How?
Because he's young, but he came in the league with an injury, and that's what those high flyers do.
34 years old. You're right. 34.
All those dunks and stuff. You go from high flying to you can't fly no more. You better be able to shoot that shit.
You're right, though. 34 years old. And because my fingers were going too fast, I asked Google, how old is Black Griffin? And Google looked at me like, no. No. You mean Blake? Yeah, that's what I meant. Sorry, my bad.
Hey, is that Lois and the bartender's son?
Black Griffin? Yeah, from Family Guy? It might be.
Yeah.
It might be.
What's his name? Jerome, right?
The bartender Jerome. That's right, yeah.
Lois and Jerome, because they used to date.
So
remember?
funny. Yeah, so funny. So funny. Last story, then we'll get to our game. Eli Apple, who is a NFL defensive back. The mother of his son, Destiny, put a bounty on him, his ex. So she said on Instagram, If you play against my baby daddy this season, please go for the knees. Maybe a hammy. Number 33 for the Dolphins. I'll gladly zell you back any fines. She put a bounty on his ass. Now, to her credit, Eli Apple's unborn son has a heart condition. He needs a core blood transfusion, for which Eli is a direct match, but he's refusing to give it to her.
What?
Oh, wow.
That's some ugly shit.
See, you should have shared that information.
That's some ugly shit.
Front.
That's some ugly shit.
Yeah, that's ugly.
But
that's ugly.
Anybody's ex going and putting a bounty on somebody on Instagram is just wild.
Yeah, that's still not right.
That's wild.
Because my thing is now even with him having a child and he doesn't want to go through with, fall through with his responsibilities, you're talking about ending this man's career, which then ends the money. So it then still puts you in a bind. Yeah,
it's an ugly story. I mean, there's no, it's just, to me, you gotta look at that and go, oh, what are you doing though? What do you get on Instagram for and stirring this up? Maybe she's just trying to kind of point some attention to the fact that he's kind of a POS here. Putting
that pressure on him.
Yeah.
Do
the right thing. Don't be an ass.
Do anything.
Yeah.
Yeah. And now dude's going to be lined up again like, dude, really? That's your child.
Yeah.
It guarantee he's going to get that about 20 times this season.
It might get in his head.
Really? Yeah.
Might get in his head. But it's a wild story. I had to bring it up because it's all over the place.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's try to turn the tide and have a little bit of fun here. Oh, I gotta open my audio. My Google box is still on Black Griffin. That's not. No. Okay, hold on. There we go. All right. You should have seen the way Google looked at me. It was like, no.
Hey, I have to tell y'all the Geeter story. When it was remember Tarek Black, who used to play for the Lakers?
No.
Yeah. So you know how sometimes when the camera pans through the crowd and sees everybody. I wasn't. So Tarek Black, who played for the Lakers. So there's the Jenner family. There's the Harper family. Oh, there's the Black family.
Oh,
that's what it said. And it was
the Black family.
It was like 5 black people sitting there. Look, and there was the Black family.
It ain't wrong. It ain't wrong. Like they were the only one in the game.
I couldn't even do this show. I had to walk off the set, man, because I was laughing so hard. Because I knew what he was saying.
Right.
And he turned so pink because he was so embarrassed. And there's the Black family.
There's the Black family. The only one at the game tonight. Let's go ahead and wave to him. Put him on the big screen. What? Oh, that's hilarious.
It'd have been worse.
Funny to me, man.
It'd have been worse if he would have said, and there go the blacks. Oh, Lord.
Oh, no.
He'd have turned from pink to purple.
Oh, God. That would have been horrible.
Okay. I just had to tell you that story. That was the funniest thing to me, man.
Oh, that's
I mess
amazing.
with him to this day about that. I said, what family is that right there, Gator?
Is that the Black family? There goes the white family. All right. I'm going to give you guys a college football mascot. You guys just got to tell me, is this a real college football team or not? Okay? Easy. We'll start with the Western Illinois Leathernecks. The Western Illinois Leathernecks. Are they lining up this season, or is that a fat load?
They're lining up.
You think it's real?
Yeah.
Harp?
It sounds like they're lining up.
All right. Point for both of you. Yes, the Western Illinois Leathernecks are a real football team. Their last bowl win was in 1953 in the Corn Bowl.
Oh, they may be lining up, but they need to hang it up.
They ain't playing very much. They beat Iowa Wesleyan in the Corn Bowl in 1953, so that's a big win for them. All right, how about the Presbyterian Blue Hose?
Oh, no. No.
I'm going to say, just because it sounds too good to be true, I'm going to say true.
Point to Robert Ory. The Presbyterian Blue Hose, H-O-S-E, are named after stockings.
Oh, okay.
Their only bowl appearance was 1959. They lost to Middle Tennessee State.
Hey, if they leave the hose alone, they'll do more winning.
Yeah. Meanwhile, the stands are just full of Smurfs. We're here for the Blue Hose. What's up? Mainly because there's only one female Smurf, so they're just all going to show up at that game. Only one.
That was Rob Jenners that said that.
Thank you very much. What do you think? The Smurf community is going to come after me now?
Hey, look, we do not community shame around here.
You're right.
Papa's angry Smurf are looking for you now.
Yeah, come and get me, buddy. All right, how about the Pullman University Fighting Sea Otters? The Pullman University Fighting Sea Otters.
I don't think so.
I think so.
Point back to Brandon Harper. That's a fake one. Yeah, that's a. Now here's the funny thing. Before name, image, and likeness became a thing, EA Sports used to make up hilarious and weird team names so they didn't have to pay universities. A majority of these are the EA Sports team names they made up before they could use name, image, and likeness. All right, guys. How about the Delaware Fighting Blue Hens? Are they lining up this season? What do you think, Rob?
They're lining up.
Harp?
Delaware Fighting Blue Hens. Yeah, I can see that.
Okay. You're both absolutely correct. Graduates of the Delaware Fighting Blue Hens include Rich Gannon and Joe Flacco. Both went to Delaware and were fighting Blue Hens.
Okay.
Yeah, Joe Flacco won a Super Bowl with the Ravens.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, how about the University of Texas San Antonio Roadrunners?
UTSA?
University of Texas San Antonio UTSA Roadrunners.
That would make a whole lot of sense.
I tried to get Cameron to go here. Yes.
Oh, they are? Dang.
Yes, it's a name.
Oh, okay. That is absolutely true. Their first season was in 2011. They won Conference USA last year.
Yeah, I tried to get Cameron to go there.
That's why it makes sense.
UTSA Roadrunners. What an awesome mascot too, man. I imagine they can't use the Warner Brothers Roadrunner, but still, awesome mascot.
Hold on, wait. Why did you try to get Cameron to go there?
Because when he was put in the portal, when he went into the portal without asking me to go, there was no teams out there, but UTSA wanted him to come because they had just started up. And I actually knew the coach from doing a couple of charity events in San Antonio, so I got to know him. So I had to in. Yeah.
Okay. I like it. Nice. He could have been a Roadrunner. We'll never know.
Beep, beep.
How about the Tucson State Dirtbags?
Gotta say no on this one.
The Tucson State Dirtbags.
Does Joe Dirt play for them?
Let's hope.
No.
Yeah, that's an EA Sports team. Good job. Yeah, that's not a real team. All right, what about the Cuyahoga Cake Eaters? The Cuyahoga Cake Eaters.
B-Harp, do you know who Joe Dirt is?
Yeah, I know who Joe Dirt is.
Okay. David Spade.
Yeah. Man had the ugly mullet in the back.
Hell yeah.
Okay. That might have been before your time.
All right, Cuyahoga Cake Eaters. Are they lining up or is that BS?
I'm going to say BS on this one.
The Cake Eaters.
The Cake Eaters.
I almost say yeah.
No, that's a fake team. Come on now. The Cuyahoga Cake Eaters.
Look.
Come on now.
You done sat up here and told me about the blue hole.
Yeah.
And then you gonna sit up here. Blue hole. And then you gonna tell me this name is crazy.
Why is Lou Will at the game? All right. How about the Akron Zips? The Akron Zips.
Oh, I think that's true.
I say true too.
That is true. The Akron Zips is a real team. They play their rival Kent State every year for the coveted wagon wheel.
Yeah, I've watched some of their games before.
Yeah, if you want to watch the Akron Zips. All right, how about the Tempe College Platypuses?
Nah.
Tempe College Platypus. I would think they'd be named something else, so I'm going to say no.
You're both right. That's an EA Sports team. Good job.
I actually know that one. I used to play with them.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
How about the Campbell University Fighting Camels?
The Fighting Camels. Camels?
Camels. The Fighting Camels.
I'm going to say yes on this
Campbell University.
Yeah, why not? Sure.
Sure, why not? They were 11-5 in the Big South last year. That is a true team. Absolutely right. Good job. All right, a couple more quick ones. How about the UC Irvine Anteaters?
I live right here, Irvine. I'm going to let you go first on this one, Hart.
Are they the anteaters, Hart?
Hey, because when you said UC Irvine, I was sure waiting on you to say something.
Are they the anteaters?
The anteaters. Yeah. No, yeah.
Well, pick an answer. Jesus, man.
You know what? I'm a man, yeah.
Yeah. Rob.
I don't even know, so I'm gonna say yeah
Jesus
too.
Christ. All that buildup, you don't even know the answer? You're both right. They are the UC Irvine Anteaters is a real team. Absolutely right.
Yeah,
All right.
I think that was too nice to name anteaters. Yeah.
Last one, the College Park Tortoises. The College Park Tortoises.
College Park. I'm gonna say no.
College Park. This isn't wait a minute. The real team is the Maryland Terrapins. And I'm assuming they're talking about College Park in Maryland.
Well, it can't be College Park right down the street from
It
you.
could be College Park, Georgia.
No. Unless it's something they knew and I don't know about them.
Okay.
I'm going to say
I said no.
Everybody saying no? You're all correct. No, that's an EA Sports team. Good job.
Yeah.
And it certainly is in College Park, Georgia. That tortoise,
certainly isn't.
That tortoise would have been mugged. He ain't got no sneakers. I don't know what happened to that poor
College
tortoise.
Park is a nice area.
He ain't got Robbie on his back now. Just
Yeah, just someone help me. They took my Jordans. Like,
For all who do not know, College Park is a suburban of Atlanta on the south side, and it is a nice area.
that's nice.
I don't give a shit.
Oh my! Like, well, don't care.